name's Cody. I'm one of the grassroots support staff here at Scottish United. We're super excited to have you with us today. Thank you, parents, for keeping your kids active and engaged during this time. Today we're going to be working with the grassroots age, so grab your soccer bottle, grab your ball, and grab your water, and we'll get started in 2 minutes. Hi everyone, welcome back. I hope you're ready to go and excited. So we're going to be working with the sole of our foot for the next couple minutes. So parents, if you could please show your kid what part of the sole of the foot, what part of the foot the sole is, and then we'll get started. Hi players and parents, welcome back. We're going to get started with our warm-up. I have Adam here to help me today. Adam, you excited and ready to go? Perfect, let's get started. So can you move in the space that you have, or can you run on the spot? So Adam, let's move around the space that we have. We have lots of space, so let's take advantage of it. Let's not go in a circle. Let's try to go multiple directions. Okay, if I say hop on one foot, what are you gonna do, Adam? Yeah, you're gonna just hop on one foot. Perfect. Then can we hop on the other foot? Perfect. And freeze, can you stand on that foot? Can you balance on it? Perfect. And now we're moving. We're moving. Good. And at home, if you can you gorilla walk? Adam, show us what a gorilla walk is. Yes, on your knuckles, moving like that. Can we move around our living room or wherever we are like a gorilla? And switch to a crab, switch to a crab. Yes, good Adam, good Adam. Well done, and now we're up, we're moving. And let's get one more animal in there. Let's do a bunny hop. What's a bunny do? Yeah, just like this, good Adam. Perfect, and now we're moving, and if I say pretend to be a tree, what are you gonna do? Yes, just up like this. If you want to challenge yourselves, can you touch your toe? Come back up. And now we're moving. Good job. Perfect. And let's try some high knees. High knees, Adam, high knees. Good. Are you feeling warm? Perfect. I'm feeling warm. Grab a quick drink of water and we will see you back here and get your soccer ball. Hi players and parents, welcome back. I hope you're ready to get started. We're working with the sole of our foot today. So parents, can you please show your player what part of the foot the sole is, and then we'll get started. Welcome back. So as I said, we're gonna work on the sole of our foot today. Adam, can you show me where the sole of your foot is? It's right here. Yeah, right there, perfect. So to start, we're just gonna step on the ball. We're just gonna roll it forward and back 10 times. If this is easy for you, you can progress to maybe pull it back and push it forward with your laces. Okay, can you do that? Push it back, push it forward with your laces. Okay, so 10 times each foot. Perfect, and we will do that 2 times a foot just to get the sole of our foot comfortable with the ball. Good job, Adam, good job. Perfect. There's no rush, take your time here. We're just getting comfortable. You can go side to side if you want. You can go forward and back. As I said, if it's easy for you, can you pull it back, push it forward with your laces? Pull it back, push it forward with your laces. If not, it's okay to just keep going like this, around. Perfect. Did we get both feet, Adam? Let's see the left foot. Yeah, we gotta work on our left foot too. We wanna work on both feet and take our time. Perfect. Now I think it's time we start moving. Are you feeling good? So, we might do some toe taps. So if I say toe taps, just like this. You can start slow, but if you're getting comfortable with it, can you move a little faster? You can move forward or back. Okay, so show us some toe taps. Good job, Adam. Good job, Adam. Love it. And as I said, if you're doing really well, you can move forward or you can move back. Whatever is comfortable using the space that you have. So Adam, let's move a little bit. Let's move a little bit, okay? And if I say toe taps, so dribble around the space you have. If I say toe taps, you'll stop and do toe taps. Toe taps. Good job. If at home you want to be challenged, you can do around the world as well. So around the ball. Good job. Okay, dribble, Adam, dribble. Try to do 10 toe taps, 5 a foot. Whoa, I can't dribble. Perfect. Now we talked about turning. We're going to work on turning. While you're dribbling, can you step on the ball and turn it? Yes, love it, Adam. So that's a sole turn. So we're using the sole of the foot, stepping on the ball, turning. Good job. Perfect. Sole turn, Adam, sole turn. Step on the ball, turn. Perfect. So we are gonna use our sole of our foot now and do a couple sole rolls. So when we're doing sole rolls, we take it with our right foot, roll it over, stop with our left, roll it over. Just like that, nice and slow, okay? Can you do 4 each foot? 1, 2, 3, 4, and then, or whatever space you might have. Good job, Adam, take your time. Excellent work. Perfect. And 5 toe taps, each foot. Good job. It's fantastic, Adam. Perfect. Can you do 4 sole rolls? So 1, 2, 3, and 4, and then move into whatever space that you have at home. Come on, get moving, Adam, get moving. Perfect, and we're gonna introduce one more sole roll. So this one we're gonna do an outside sole roll. So if you step on it with your right foot, you're gonna push it with your right, towards your right side. So just like that. Step on it with your left, pull it to your left side. Okay, so can we do 4 of those? Nice and slow. 4 total, so 2 each side. Perfect. Yes, Adam, fantastic. Good, Adam. And take your time, this can be challenging, that's all right. We just want to introduce it so we can get comfortable with it as we go. Good job, Adam, good job, Adam. Whoa, and 6 toe taps, 3 each foot. And we'll work in a little math in here too. Good. Get dribbling, get dribbling. And can I see a sole turn? Step on it and go the other way. Yeah. That's a sole roll. Good job. We can do those 2. Sole turn, you're going to step on it and turn the other way. Yes, good job, Adam. Good job. And could I see 4 outside sole rolls? So these are these ones. Step one with your right, go to your right. Just like so, okay? Nice and slow to get comfortable with it. If you're feeling more comfortable, you can of course go a little faster. Good job, Adam. And could I see 4 more sole rolls? Towards the inside. So take it with your right foot, roll it over to your left side. Yeah, those are outside sole rolls. Those work too. Good job. Good job. Job. So now, can you find a spot where you have a little space? And parents, I encourage you to do this if you have an extra ball as well. We're gonna play the tree game. So remember we made a tree in our warm-up? Yeah, so can you go right there so everyone can see you at home? With your ball though. Fantastic. So you're gonna take the sole of your foot, this leg is your tree, and you're gonna see if you can go around the tree with the ball. Just like that, okay? If you can go nice and close to your leg, that's good too. You can go a little farther if you want, whatever. You don't have to have your hands up, Adam. That makes it a little harder to balance. And let's try to do 2 each side. So we'll use our left foot as well. Perfect. I'm a little weaker with my left foot. There we go. You can go both ways. You can go around the front, come from the back. Good job. Good job, Adam. If you can, try to stay balanced. If you have to set your feet down, that's okay. Just pick it up from where you left off. Good job, Adam. How many is that? Is that 4? 1? Okay, try to do 1 on the other foot. So 1 on the other foot, our left foot. It's important we do both feet, right? Good job, Adam. Good job. Yes, perfect. So you got to pull your front foot around, right? You're not going to get this around. Can you pull your leg around the front and then get it? Yeah, like that. Yes. Okay, we're going to go to water and we'll be back with our next set of skills in 1 minute. Thank you.
Hi, my name is J.R. Figueiredo and I'm an Edward Jones Financial Advisor in Edmonton, Alberta. With everything that's going on in the world, it can be hard to think about the future. But thinking about the future is human nature. And during the pandemic, many of you may have experienced added responsibilities or foreseen changes to your regular schedule, which allow for unwanted emotions to creep in. When it comes to your investment, this may be the biggest risk of all, impulse. Remember, you cannot control the market, but you can control how you react to it. Staying invested is always the better choice. And even during times of economic uncertainties, long-term trends will go up, which is good for both your savings and your retirement plan. As things start to normalize, I'm here to help you start thinking and planning for the future once more. I will make sure that you have someone in your corner, a trusted partner, who will help you be financially well-rounded in all aspects of your life, whatever that looks like for you. We take a holistic approach and design a strategy that works for you. Want to know more? Comment below or send me a direct message.
Hey parents, so we've worked with the sole of our foot and now we're going to use the inside and the outside of our foot for the next part of the exercise today. Let's go back to the field. Welcome back, everyone. So we've worked on the sole of our foot, right? Now we're going to work on the inside and the outside of our foot. So Adam, can you show me the inside of your foot? That's the inside, so I hope everyone at home is showing me the inside. And then can you show me the outside, Adam? This one right here, yes, the outside. Perfect. So to start, we are gonna do windshield wipers. So windshield wipers back and forth like this, okay? We're using the inside of our foot here. Make sense? Yeah, can you show me some? So we'll try to do 10 each time. So again, that's 5 a foot. Perfect. Well done, Adam. Perfect. And once you have that, then we will move on to the inside outside. So you'll take a touch with your inside, so right here, push it forward, take a touch with your outside, push it forward. And use whatever space you have. That much space, you can go back and forth in a circle wherever you need to go. inside, outside. Okay? Try to do 3 each foot. So can you show me, Adam? So inside, outside. Yes, well done, love it. Try and keep it close to you, as close as possible. Good job. Now that we have that one, we're gonna do the last skill in this sequence. We're gonna do ball hops. So you're gonna squeeze the ball between your feet. So Adam, come up here. Awesome, right up there. So we're gonna squeeze the ball between our feet. Pretend it's an egg, right? You don't wanna squeeze it too hard or we'll break the egg. If we squeeze it too light, we'll drop it. Okay, so we'll squeeze it. Can we hop? Can we hop 3 or 4 times and maybe turn directions? Excellent, Adam, good. Good, and now we'll try to dribble in the space that we have. So can you move around? Parents, can you move around with them? I hope you're participating in dribbling as well. Gives all of us a chance to try to stay active. Okay, windshield wipers, 10. If you want to progress this at home, if you feel like it's too easy, you could maybe move forward or backwards with your windshield wipers. Okay, awesome, move Adam, move. 4 ball hops. 4 ball hops. 1, 2, 3, 4. Can you jump back once with it? Yes, good. And now we're dribbling. Now we're dribbling. Perfect. Now can we try our inside outside? Make sure we're using both feet. So inside, outside, inside, outside, inside, outside. Good work, Adam. As you get more comfortable, you can move a little faster with it. Fantastic, Adam. And 10 toe taps. And then 5 windshield wipers. Or 6, whatever works. And move with the ball. Good job, Adam, good job. And inside, outside. Fantastic, Adam. As you start to get the hang of this, can we try to look up, see where we're going? Good job, Adam. And we'll do 1 more ball hops. 4 ball hops. That's all right. Okay, I know I'm tired. I need a drink of water. So grab a drink of water and we'll be back in 1 minute with the game.
We won't go into it. Andy Holt, if you're watching, this is about you. David, who's your favorite team though?
It will be no surprise to anyone that has ever come within 1,000 feet of me that my favorite team is West Ham United. So I'm a lot like Paul in so much that I disappointed a lot of family members. My dad, Spurs supporter. My brother, my mom, Arsenal supporters, and my wife, Arsenal supporter. So
you picked the worst London team. There's a lot of London teams that you could have picked.
But I have the best reason for what. First of all, I was born in England, brought up in Essex before we immigrated to Canada, and the reason that I'm a West Ham supporter is very simple. My nan bought me my first kit. So she bought me a kit, she bought me a bag, and the rest is history. And yeah, it's been a little bit torturous, I gotta be honest, right? And God love Nate, I love you. You're my son, we're in this together.
Love it.
Right, so those are the simple reasons, but then out of that, we say, okay, these are the reasons that we have of why we love our favorite teams, but what about your favorite player, Kev? Who's your favorite player and why?
And it's not, I'm not saying this because he recently passed away. It's Diego Maradona. Most Scots will say Maradona is their second favorite player, behind whomever else they support because of 86. Diminutive like me. Anyone that knows me knows I'm a wee bit vertically challenged. But he was the one player that, for me growing up, 86, I was 15, he brought me out of my seat for good and bad. I mean, most people will say that give me a hero and I'll give you a little bit of tragedy, and that was his life.
Welcome back. Now we're going to play one of my favorite games, the body part dribbling game. So when I yell out a body part, you're going to stop the ball with that part of the body. So if I yell elbow, you're going to stop the ball with that part. Try not to stop it with your foot first. Try to use that part of the body. Let's go back to the field. Welcome back. We're going to play my favorite game now, which is the body part dribbling game. You ready? Yeah. So when I call it a body part, you're going to stop it with that body part. So if I call out elbow, what would you do? Elbow. Stop it. Try not to stop it with your foot. If the ball's rolling, try and get your elbow on there, okay? If I call out any one of the 6 skills we've worked on today, we'll do those as well. So move in whatever space you have. Moving, get moving. Forehead. Can you roll it to your ear? Ha. Up, up, up. Good job, good job. 6 toe taps. And go. Go at him. Knee. Whoa. Go. Inside, outside. 2 each foot. Inside, outside. Inside, outside. These ones. Yes, good job. Fantastic. And get moving, get moving, get moving. And chest. Go. Don't run into each other. And bum. Comfy. Up. 6 windshield wipers. Remember, we can move forward and backwards if we feel like those are too easy. Good job. And back. Back at him. And up. Good job. Can you try a soul turn? Step on it. Turn and go the other way. Yes, Adam. Good job. And sole your foot. And ear. Good job, Adam. Keep going, keep going. What else? Nose. Oh. And go. And 10 windshield wipers. Followed by 3 ball hops. Yes. One more, one more. Perfect. Okay, we will grab water one more time and then we'll come back and play our final game of the day. Hi, welcome back. Now we're gonna play one more game. We're gonna play Coach Says. So when the coach says what to do, you're gonna use either your elbow if I say elbow to stop the ball, inside, outside if I say that, toe taps, whatever coach says, you do. If I don't say coach says and you do it, you owe me 1 star jump. Let's go, players. Welcome back. Now we're gonna play another one of my favorite games, Coach Says. So when coach says, you have to do the skill or stop it with your body part. So one of the skills we worked on today. If coach doesn't say, you get a punishment. Your punishment is 1 star jump. So Adam, can you show me? And what do you gotta say? I'm a star, so show me. I'm not a star, you're a star. I'm a star. Say it. Perfect. And I want you to yell as loud as you can so everyone in your house hears you, okay? You tell them you're a star. Ready? Okay, dribble, dribble. Knee. Oh, good job, Adam. Coach says, coach says 10 windshield wipers. And 5 toe taps. Oh, if you did it at home, you owe me a star jump, not Adam though. Forehead. Oh, good job, Adam. Coach says 4 ball hops. 1, 2. Good job. Coach says 1 soul turn. Like this, Adam. Soul turn, step on the ball with your soul and turn. Yes, good job. Coach says 4 soul rolls, so that's what you were just doing. Good job. When you're done, outside soul rolls. Oh, you're too sharp, Adam, I can't catch you. Coach says outside soul rolls. 4, 1. Like this, Adam. 1, 2, 3, 4. Yes, perfect. Take your time. This can be a more challenging skill, that's okay. Good job. Coach says ear. How about from now on, if mom and dad are playing, who's ever second has to do the star jump. So Adam, you and I too. If I say it and you're second, you have to do the star jump. Coach says knee. Got you. Star jump. Let's hear it. Yes, good job. Get dribbling, get dribbling. Coach says chest. I'm a star. Come on, Adam, come on, Adam. Coach says 10 windshield wipers. We're pretty much done, eh? More? Coach says bum. I think I won. Star jump. Coach always wins. Perfect. And with that, I think we're done for the day. So thank you very much for joining us, and we will see you next time. Bye.
Hi players, hi parents. Welcome to another exciting grassroots session for Fitbit TV and Scottish online programming. We're really excited that you could join us today. Parents, thank you so much for supporting your child to continue to do a little bit of work during this period of isolation. We're really excited about the opportunity to do a few different things today. So you need a ball, you need a water bottle, just whatever space you have. We're gonna do it in the space that we have, and then you'll just do it in the space that you have, and that'll be amazing. We're gonna start with a little bit of physical literacy. What that means is movement. So we're just gonna move a little bit. We're gonna do some jumping, we're gonna do some hopping. We're gonna have a lot of fun today. We're really excited for you to join us, so let's get going. Welcome back, players. I have my friend here, Annalena. She's from our Under 7 Girls program, and she's also from my household. This is my daughter, okay? You wanna say hi? That's, we'll take that as a hi. So now we're gonna start to work on our movement piece, okay? Also known as our physical literacy. So let's pick some apples, let's go. Woo. Ah. And jog. Let's just jog. What are you following me? Are you going my way? Okay, and 1 foot hop. Can we do 1 foot hop? Good, 1 foot hop. 1 foot up, remember, get that balance. Okay, and switch feet. Remember, if you have a small space, just use whatever space you have available, and then like a bunny. Good, like a bunny. Oh, this bunny's tired. Okay, and just jog. And we're just moving, and we're just moving. Okay? And chest. Show me chest. Good. And get. Go. And back. Remember, when you go into your back, watch the back of your head. Don't go down too quick. Okay? And don't have a nap while you're down there. And jog. Good. And then we're going to just go into a little skip. A little skip. Woo. Good, little skip. Ah, look at that. Me and my shadow. And jog. And when I say the word freeze, I want you to freeze like a statue. Very much like that. Don't worry, your screen hasn't frozen. It was just a really good statue. Okay, so we're gonna jog around. Show me that. And freeze! I think I lost, and I didn't even know it was a competition. And go, and go. And hop like a bunny. And now hop like a Tyrannosaurus Rex. Arr. And now jog, and now move, and now move. Okay, and now jump. Show me jump. And show me turtle. Oh, that's the best looking turtle I've ever seen. And go, go. Good. Oh. Good, and now we'll go a little side shuffle. Can we go side shuffle? Oh, look, is this a mirror? Side shuffle. And jog, and jog. And 1 foot hop. Woo. I'm gonna keep those hands out for balance. Other foot hop. And 2 feet. Like a bunny or like a T-Rex, your choice. Bunny or T-Rex. Just don't have a bunny and a T-Rex in the same jogging circle. I think the T-Rex might get eaten by the bunny, right? Okay, and pick some apples. He does? Oh, that's so sad. Poor fluffy bunny. And show me stomach. Chest, I mean. Chest, sorry. And Google. I almost got you. And go. Remember, you don't get up till you hear go. If you got up, I gotcha. And relax, mainly because I'm out of breath. That's what happens when you're 28 years old. You get out of breath easy, right? Okay, so we're gonna take a quick water break and then we'll see you for the next exercise.
Hi, my name is J.R. Figueiredo and I'm an Edward Jones Financial Advisor in Edmonton, Alberta. With everything that's going on in the world, It can be hard to think about the future, but thinking about the future is human nature. And during the pandemic, many of you may have experienced added responsibilities or foreseen changes to your regular schedule, which allow for unwanted emotions to creep in. When it comes to your investment, this may be the biggest risk of all: impulse. Remember, you cannot control the market, but you can control how you react to it. Staying invested is always the better choice. And even during times of economic uncertainties, long-term trends will go up, which is good for both your savings and your retirement plan. As things start to normalize, I'm here to help you start thinking and planning for the future once more. I will make sure that you have someone in your corner, a trusted partner, who will help you be financially well-rounded in all aspects of your life, whatever that looks like for you. We take a holistic approach and design a strategy that works for you. Want to know more? Comment below or send me a direct message.
Hey players, next activity, it's kind of our little technique, which is kind of a fancy way of saying some soccer moves and some things we get to do with the ball. So we're gonna do some rolling with the ball, we're gonna do some little step overs. The player that we have today, she's gonna pick some things for us to do as well. So it's gonna be a great opportunity for us to learn some things together. So let's get going. Okay, welcome back players. Now we're gonna do a little bit of work with the ball. So we're gonna have some nice variety of things to do, and then Annalena is gonna be offered the opportunity to add whatever she would like to do with the ball at some point too. So every time we do a new exercise, we'll kind of slow it down and show you exactly how you do it, okay? But the most important thing is that you just try everything. That's the most important thing that we ask for you, okay? So let's just start moving with the ball, okay? Okay, and ball wiggle. So show me ball wiggle. So we're gonna go right, give the ball a little wiggle, give the left, just get it off the spot that it's on. Uh-oh, where did my ball go? Okay, yeah, I didn't. And then we dribble around, and then we dribble around. Remember, if you have a small space, just work within your small space, okay? The nutmeg queen is back at it again. Get out of here. Okay, and stop, stand still. So now, when I say the word scissors, we're gonna try a little introductory scissors. So what we're gonna go around and go around. Okay, so just go a little step around the ball, just like Annalena's doing. Okay, show me again, love. So you can do 1, 2, 3, or 4, however many you want. Annalena's doing 34, which is cool too. Okay, so yeah, so just a little step around the ball, just like Annalena's doing. Okay, perfect. Whenever I say the word scissors, okay? And move, let's move. And scissors. Show me scissors. Good, we show a little scissors, very nice. Good, and show me ball hops. We're gonna do 4 ball hops. 1, 2, 3, ah! I dropped it. 4, okay? Did you do 4 ball hops? You did? Awesome. And ball wiggle. 1, ball wiggle. Good. Awesome stuff. Okay, and relax. Now we're gonna do the ball up the back one. Annalena's personal favorite. Okay, so you get the ball between your feet. You go down in a push-up position and see if you can roll the ball up your back. Hey, I did it. You did it too. So that's the ball up the back trick. Okay, and dribble around and show me a ball wiggle. Ball wiggle, ball wiggle. Good, and dribble. Good job, Annalena. And show me a step over turn. Good, step over turn. Beauty. Step over turn again. Very nice. Remember, if you're new to the step over turn, just big jump over the ball and come back. If you've been doing it, if you're an old pro like Annalena, then just step right around the ball. Oh, we were in a unison there. That was beautiful. And show me ball wiggle. Right, left, and show me a scissors. Scissors. Good. Beauty. Love that. Love that. And show me ball up the back. Oh, yes! Woo! Okay, and moving. And we're moving. I think mine did too. Okay, and show me scissors. Scissors, very nice. Okay, and stop, stand still. So, Annalena, is there a skill that you've been thinking about? You're like, I'd like to do that. What is it? Do you want to just show? Good, so what do we call that? What are we calling it again? Is it roll, how about roll stop? What do you want to name it then? Penguin? Okay, so this one looks like this. Annalena, you want to show one more time? So you roll it with the sole of your one foot and stop it with the other, and then you do it back, okay? So you roll, stop, okay, roll, stop, okay? We're just gonna use the word penguin for today because we can't think of anything else, okay? If you have any suggestions, let us know. Okay, and move, and move, and penguin! And then we go one left, one right, and then we go. And step over turn. And remember, you don't have to wait for me to say a skill. If you just want to do a skill, just do a skill. Okay, you're like, hey, I want to do a step over turn. I'm going to do that. Okay, so feel free to do as many exercises as you can. And show me 10 toe taps. Go. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Woo! And scissors. And scissors. Scissors? Oh, my scissors are so slow they wouldn't even cut through paper. And wiggle. And relax. Whew. You tired? Look at this. Sweat. Sweat, almost. If it wasn't so cold in here, I'd be sweating. Okay, amazing job, players. I'm really proud of the work that you guys are putting in at home. I think that's awesome. We're gonna have a quick minute water break. Sit by the fire, and then we'll join you back for the next exercise, okay? Hey players, next activity is called Through the Forest. Now with this activity, I want someone at home, it could be a mom, it could be a dad or brother or sister, and they get to choose an animal for you to roar about when you get to that part. So you'll know that part when we start to do it, so start to think of some of your favorite animals and the sounds that they make, and then we're gonna do that part, so let's get going. Okay, welcome back players. I hope you had a chance to get a quick drink. I know how hard you're working at home. We can look right through your screens and tell that they're working so hard, right? We can see, we have special lenses on our eyes, right? Okay, so now we're gonna play a little activity. It's called Through the Forest. So, for this activity, all you need to do is have some objects. So they could be little coasters, it could be a sock. What else could someone use at home? It could be a shirt, right? Okay, could be your mother's favorite teacup, right? Is that a good idea? Okay, not a good idea. Sorry, Annalena says not a good idea. So, a water bottle, that's a great idea. I love that. So, and then what you're gonna do is, you're gonna, however much space you have, you're just gonna randomly put it, and these are no longer cones. What are they? Trees. Don't run into the trees. So, we're gonna go through the forest and use some different ways to go around trees, okay? And at some point, be prepared. There's gonna be a surprise. It could be a scary surprise. Dun, dun, dun. Okay, so let's start by going through the forest, okay? I'm gonna use the inside and outside of my foot. What are you gonna use? I wanna go around the trees. Oh my gosh, these are some big trees. Oh, good Alberta lumber. Okay, all the way through the trees. Oh, perfect. Which, did you use inside and outside? What's a different part of the foot we could use? Oh, can you show me that? Oh, Annalina's doing the super. We renamed Superman, Supergirl, Superboy, Superwoman to super, okay? So we're gonna do super around the trees. So we gotta go around the trees. Remember, if you need to go a little slow, just go slow, that's okay. Okay, just go whatever pace you're comfortable with. These 25-year-old legs will go a little slower now. Okay, we're gonna go around these trees. Okay. And stop, stand still. What's another way, Annalina, that we could go through the forest? Okay. What's a different part of the foot you can use, sweetie? What about this? Could we use those little soles? Watch me. Annalina, watch me. Okay, can you come here, please? So now if I come to the tree, can I use that sole to get around that tree? But now here comes the surprise. If you hear an animal roar, you have to go a different way. Okay? Got it? Okay, and start dribbling. Go. Roar! You gotta go another way. What animal was that? Lion. I heard you at home too. Lion. Okay, and go. And go. And you gotta shout at an animal as you go, and then I will make that animal noise. A beaver. Okay. Perfect. Okay. Okay, moving. Oh, she's gotta go a different direction. Go a different direction, honey. Go. There you go. Oh, nice. Good. Now use inside and outside. Try inside and outside. Give me another animal. A bear. Oh, thank goodness. I didn't have any more beavers. Roar! Oh, go a different direction. Go a different direction. Oh, nice. Oh, you got through the forest. Okay, last one. Last chance to go through the forest. What animal's in there this time? Crocodile. Okay, so players at home, your mom or dad or brother or sister can call out their own kind of animals, or you can call an animal for them and they have to make that sound. So Annalina goes there, snap, 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 quick, run out of the forest, quick, go. Woo, that was close, hey? Really good job, Mac? Okay, really good job, players. So we're gonna go for a quick drink and we're gonna come back for our next exercise. Hopefully we don't get eaten by any alligators on the way, or crocodiles, okay? Hey players, next activity is called Hit the Dirt. I know we don't actually have dirt to hit because we're not outside, but we're gonna call it Hit the Dirt, which means just get down on the ground as quick as you can, okay? And then we're gonna add some skills in and things like that to do. So hey, let's get going. Okay players, welcome back. Thanks for rejoining us. And thanks for putting the kind of work that you're putting in. I think that's amazing. Parents, thank you for keeping them going, okay? And enjoying this experience with them as well. So now we're gonna play a little game called Hit the Dirt, or in our case it would be Hit the Turf. In your case it might be Hit the Linoleum, Hardwood, or Carpet. But let's stay with Hit the Dirt for now. And we'll show you what this looks like. So Annalina's dribbling around, just watch her, and when I say, hit the dirt, you gotta hit the dirt as fast as you can, okay? And then we're gonna have some special stuff to do that. Oh, and then she stays down until I say what? Up. So you gotta stay down. And then when I say up, she gets up and she gets to dribble around, okay? So move left, let's go. Okay, move, yeah, go. Hit the dirt! Up! Go. Good, dribble. Okay, fix the sock. Dribble. Hit the dirt! Up! You gotta get up fast. You gotta hit the dirt fast and you gotta get up fast. Make sure if you're on a hard floor at home, you're being careful to go down so that you're safe, okay? And hit the dirt! Okay, so now we're gonna do, when I say up, I'm gonna say up, and then Annalina's gonna do something. I'll show you what I mean. Up, 5 toe taps. So she gets up and goes 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I didn't say fall over. Go, dribble. Move. Ah. Hit the dirt. Up, 5 windshield wipers. Good, move. Oh, now we're heating up. Oh, we're gonna be taking jackets off. Oh, yes. Hit the dart. Up, 1 step overturn. Beauty. And move. And hit the dart. Not on the ball. Up, player's choice. What do you want to do? Nice. The little penguin. It's ever gonna be named a penguin now. And now we're gonna do different kind of dribbling in between. So we're gonna do super dribbling before we hit the dirt. Okay, so super moving the ball. Go. Super. And hit the dirt. 2 scissors. 1, 2. And stop. Oh, did I forget to say up? I'm sorry. I hope I still have a job as a coach. Okay, so we're gonna take a quick water break. When we come back, we're gonna finish up our session today with our last exercise, okay?
We won't go into it. Andy Holt, if you're watching, this is about you. David, who's your favorite team though?
It will be no surprise to anyone that has ever come within 1,000 feet of me that my favorite team is West Ham United. So I'm a lot like Paul in so much that I disappointed a lot of family members. My dad, Spurs supporter, my brother, my mom, Arsenal supporters, and my wife, Arsenal supporter. So
you picked the worst London team. There's a lot of London teams that you could have picked.
But I have the best reason for what. First of all, I was born in England, brought up in Essex before we immigrated to Canada, and the reason that I'm a West Ham supporter is very simple. My nan bought me my first kit. So she bought me a kit, she bought me a bag, and the rest is history. And yeah, it's been a little bit torturous, I gotta be honest, right? And God love Nate, I love you. You're my son, we're in this together.
Love it.
Right, so those are the simple reasons, but then out of that, we say, okay, these are the reasons that we have of why we love our favorite teams, but what about your favorite player, Kev? Who's your favorite player and why?
And it's not, I'm not saying this because he recently passed away. It's Diego Maradona. Most Scots will say Maradona is their second favorite player behind whomever else they support because of 86. Diminutive like me. Anyone that knows me knows I'm a wee bit vertically challenged. But he was the one player that, for me growing up, 86, I was 15, he brought me out of my seat for good and bad. I mean, most people will say that give me a hero and I'll give you a little bit of tragedy, and that was his life.
Hey players, last activity, which is Coach Says. That's right. We're also gonna put into play a little bit of body part dribbling. So we're gonna call a body part out and you're gonna stop the ball with that body part. So if I say knee, okay, if I say foot, those kind of things. And then we're gonna do some Coach Says, which Yeah, you know it. Yeah, I can hear you saying it. I can hear you already. If coach says, that's what you do. Okay, so let's start. We're back for our final exercise. So we're gonna kind of do 2 exercises in one. Okay, so we're gonna do our coach says, because you always do what coach says, right? Hopefully. Okay, and then we're gonna do our body part dribble game. So I might say, coach says foot. And then you're gonna use that, and then I might say some skills too, okay? So get ready to go, and we're gonna start moving now. Let's go. Coach says move. Move with the ball. Good. Coach says knee. Yikes indeed. Coach says let's go. Move with the dribble. Move with the dribble. Coach says 5 toe taps. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Good. Coach says move with the ball, or move with the dribble. That sounds fun. Coach says stop the ball with your forehead. Okay, and watch me, Annalena. And roll the ball out with your forehead. Good, roll the ball out with your forehead. Roll the ball. Okay, fine. Coach says roll the ball out with your forehead. You missed. And dribble, and dribble. Good, off we go. Good, let's do lots of little skills in between. Coach says do as many skills as you can. Okay, scissors. Coach says do 4 ball hops. 1, 2, 3, 4. Coach says stop the ball with your bum. I missed. Oh, I got there. Eventually. Coach says, get going before you injure yourself. Coach says, do the penguin. 4. Good. And coach says, dribble. Coach says, stop the ball with your chest. Coach says go before you run out of air. Coach says do 10 windshield wipers. Oh, sorry. Coach says nutmeg your partner. Oh no, it's double, double. Okay, and stop, stand still. Come back in them. Yeah, come here, sweetie. Okay, amazing job today, players. Really proud of kind of work that you put in today. Really want to continue to focus on putting that ball in action, okay? And we'll see you soon.
Hey everyone, thank you very much for joining me today. Welcome to another session. So today's session is going to be split up into 2 parts, all right? We've got our agility and warm-up exercises, and then we're going to move into our ball mastery. So find a little bit of space at home, grab some water, and let's get started. Perfect. All right, everyone, welcome. Let's get started with our warm-up. Okay, Anthony, so we're just going to jog on the spot. Okay, if you have a little bit of space at home, okay, you can use it. If not, on the spot, it's fine. Okay, high knees. Good, Anthony. And butt kicks. And jog. Good. Okay, shake it out. Okay, now let's open the hips, Anthony. Really get that knee up and around. Good. Little skip in between. Okay, and close the hips. Good. Good. Okay. Do some hamstring extensions. Good. Good. Now let's just jog. Okay, if you guys have some room at home, use it like this. Good, Anthony. And high knees. Jog. And butt kicks again. Okay, let's pick some apples. Good, jog. Okay, let's do some side shuffles, Anthony. Good. And switch sides. And again. Good, jog. All right, good. Okay, let's grab a quick drink.
Hi, my name is J.R. Figueiredo and I'm an Edward Jones Financial Advisor in Edmonton, Alberta. With everything that's going on in the world, it can be hard to think about the future. But thinking about the future is human nature. And during the pandemic, many of you may have experienced added responsibilities or foreseen changes to your regular schedule, which allow for unwanted emotions to creep in. When it comes to your investment, this may be the biggest risk of all, impulse. Remember, you cannot control the market, but you can control how you react to it. Staying invested is always the better choice. And even during times of economic uncertainties, long-term trends will go up, which is good for both your savings and your retirement plan. As things start to normalize, I'm here to help you start thinking and planning for the future once more. I will make sure that you have someone in your corner, a trusted partner, who will help you be financially well-rounded in all aspects of your life, whatever that looks like for you. We take a holistic approach and design a strategy that works for you. Want to know more? Comment below or send me a direct message.
All right, players, so let's get started with our agility work. Okay, again, find a little bit of space. Okay, you're not gonna need too much space for today. So Miguel, let's face each other, we'll do it together. Okay, our first exercise is gonna be our speed skaters. Okay, so we're gonna start on one leg, okay, and we're gonna hop to the other side and catch our landing, and then we're gonna keep going. Okay, so we wanna hold it for about 1 second. All right, so let's start on you start on your right leg, I'll start on my left. Keep your toes pointed forward. Good. Let me just get my timer ready. And go. Yeah, really focus on catching your landing. Yes. Good, there you go. Seconds. And time. Good. All right, so our next exercise, we're gonna do quick feet. Okay, we're gonna do quick feet for 15 seconds. All right, so just on the spot, as quick as you can. Miguel, ready? Go. Good, Miguel. 10 seconds. Nice. 5. And time. Well done, Miguel. That's excellent work. Okay, our next one, we're gonna do side to side. So it's a little bit different than what we did with our first exercise, okay? Our first one was a little further. This one is just side to side. Okay, a little quicker. Ready? And go. Go, 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 go. Nice. Really focus on how you're planting your foot. Okay, keep your toes pointed forward. 5 seconds, Miguel. And time. Good, good work. Okay, our second last exercise is gonna be in and out. So you're gonna start on the outside and you're just gonna go in and out. 2 steps in, 1, 2, and then out. 1, 2, out. 1, 2, out. You wanna just try it? Yeah, there you go. So 2 steps in the middle, 1, 2, out. 1, 2, out. Ready? Go. Again, you're trying to catch your landing. Okay, this is gonna help with your speed in the game, okay, with your strength, these kinds of things. And time. Very good. Okay, our last agility exercise is gonna be alternating up and down. So we're gonna start like this, Miguel. Okay, and then we're gonna switch sides. There you go. So you wanna use the opposite arm to your opposite knee. Exactly what you're doing there, okay? And then when we switch, your arms switch as well. There you go. Ready? Go. Once you get it, you can go a little quicker. "15 seconds. Go, 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 go. Five. Go, Miguel. Go, go, go. And time. Very good. So we'll go through all of those exercises one more time, all right? Remember our first one, Miguel? Yeah, the speed skaters, good. All right, so again, with the speed skaters, you're really trying to take a big step, okay? Big hop, and then catch your line. Ready? And go. Catch your landing, and then hop. Seconds. Time. Very good, Miguel. Okay, remember the next one? Quick feet. Quick feet for 15 seconds. Are we ready? And go. Go, 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 go. Good, Miguel. It's a way to use your arms. Time. Nice work. Very good. All right, so now we're gonna do our side to side for 30 seconds, okay? So again, shorter strides now, right? Ready? Go. Good, Miguel. Good, good, good. Notice how Miguel's using his arms, okay, with all the exercises he's doing. Very, very good. Very good work. And time. Good, Miguel. So, now we've got our in and out. Remember that one? 2 steps in, 1 step out. 1, 2, up, 1, 2, up. Ready? And go. Hi. All right. And finally, guys, we've got our alternating forward and back. And go. Don't forget to use your arms. "10 seconds. Go, 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 Miguel. 5. And time. All right, players, excellent job. Let's go grab a quick drink. We've got 2 minutes.
We won't go into it. Andy Holt, if you're watching, this is about you. David, who's your favorite team, though?
It will be no surprise to anyone that has ever come within 1,000 feet of me that my favorite team is West Ham United. So I'm a lot like Paul in so much that I disappointed a lot of family members. My dad, Spurs supporter. My brother, my mom, Arsenal supporters. And my wife, Arsenal supporter. So
you picked the worst London team. There's
So-
a lot of London teams that you could have picked.
But I have the best reason for what. First of all, I was born in England, brought up in Essex before we immigrated to Canada, and the reason that I'm a West Ham supporter is very simple. My nan bought me my first kit. So she bought me a kit, she bought me a bag, and the rest is history. And yeah, it's been a little bit torturous, I gotta be honest, right? And God love Nate, I love you. You're my son. We're in this together.
Love it.
Right? So those are the simple reasons. But then out of that, we say, okay, these are the reasons that we have of why we love our favorite teams. But what about your favorite player, Kev? Who's your favorite player and why?
And it's not, I'm not saying this because he recently passed away. It's Diego Maradona. Most Scots will say Maradona is their second favorite player behind whomever else they support because of 86. Diminutive like me. Anyone that knows me knows I'm a wee bit vertically challenged. But he was the one player that, for me growing up, 86, I was 15, he brought me out of my seat for good and bad. I mean, most people will say that give me a hero and I'll give you a little bit of tragedy, and that was his life.
All right, players, so with our ball mastery today, we're gonna do all 10 exercises. All right, we're gonna start slow, okay, and we're gonna build up. So as you get to about as you get to about 10-15 second mark, you wanna speed up and you really wanna push yourself, okay? And then once we're done our 10 exercises, we'll have a little break and then we'll do them all again. All right, players, so let's start with our ball work now, okay? So we've got a series of exercises we're gonna do, okay? The idea here is we're gonna be timed for 30 seconds per exercise. So we're gonna start really slow, okay, Miguel? And then as we get to about halfway, we're gonna try going faster and faster and faster. So about halfway, you should be going as fast as you can, all right? So our first exercise is gonna be outside of the foot. So outside of the foot, outside of the foot, outside of the foot, outside of the foot. So you really will have to get your foot across. Good, Miguel. Just like that. So again, for about 10-15 seconds, you're going slow, and then we want to speed up, okay? Okay, as you get comfortable, you want to speed up more and more. Ready to go? And go. Okay, start speeding up. Really push yourself now. You still want to keep doing it right, but as fast as you can. And time. Good, Miguel. Okay, that's a tough one. All right, players, so our next exercise is our L drag, okay? So we're gonna drag the ball back, and then we're gonna push it forward with the inside of our foot, all right? Then we're gonna grab it with our other foot and do the same thing, okay? So when you're dragging it back, okay, you're using the sole of your foot, and then when you're pushing it to the side, you wanna use the inside of your foot, but you wanna push the ball kind of forward diagonally, all right? So it comes back here, okay? So let's get started. Again, 30 seconds. We're gonna start slow, and then we're gonna speed up as we go. And go. Okay, as you get comfortable, speed up a little bit. And time. Good, that's a tough one. All right, our next one is gonna be a drag and slide. So you're gonna drag the ball over and then you're gonna stop it, okay? So drag and then stop. Okay, so you really wanna push that ball over as fast as you can, okay? Fast as you can, and then stop the ball. Okay, even a little bit quicker, Miguel, if you can. Good, just like that. There you go. All right, ready? And go. And time. Excellent, Miguel. Just shake it out. All right, next exercise is gonna be a sole roll. So you're just rolling the ball between your feet. Again, we'll start slow and then speed up as you go. Okay, by the end, you should be going as quick as you can. Ready, Miguel? And go. Start speeding up a little bit. Five seconds. Go, 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 go. And time. Excellent work. Well done, guys. Okay, so now we've got some step overs. So we're gonna do a step over, and then we're gonna take a touch with the outside of our foot. And then we're gonna take a step over, touch. Step over, touch. Step over, touch. Make sure you're not pushing the ball out too far, right? Just a little touch, and then it's one touch in between. Good, Miguel. And time starts now. Ooh. And time. Good. So with our next step over variation, we're actually not going to touch the ball at all. Okay, so we're just going to do an inside step over. Okay, just inside, just like that. All right. So you really want to use your body just like Miguel did there. Okay, to fake the defender. Okay, so really lean into it, right? And then we're going to switch sides. Ready, Miguel? And let's go. And let's speed up. And go. Go, 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 go. 10 seconds. And time. Well done, Miguel. Okay, so now we're gonna do single leg forward and back. So you're actually gonna drag the ball back and then you're gonna push it forward. And you're gonna drag it back and you're gonna push it forward with the inside of your foot. Okay, so we'll start with our left foot, Miguel. Again, start slow and speed up as you go. Go. Really focus on your touches. Try to keep control of the ball at all times. Okay. And speed up. And time. Okay, we're gonna switch sides, Miguel. And go. And go. Quick as you can. Focus, focus, focus. There you go. And time. Good. All right, so our last exercise is gonna be, you're gonna take an outside touch, and then an inside touch, and then you're gonna do the same thing with the other foot. Okay, Miguel, so you're gonna go outside, inside, outside, inside, outside, inside, outside, inside. There you go. Ready? Go. Let's see how fast you can go, Miguel. Keep control of the ball. Good, 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 good. Five seconds. And time. All right, players, excellent job. Okay, go ahead and grab a 2-minute water break and we'll be back. All right, players, so let's start with our ball work now, okay? So we've got a series of exercises we're gonna do, okay? The idea here is we're gonna be timed for 30 seconds per exercise. So we're gonna start really slow, okay, Miguel? And then as we get to about halfway, we're gonna try going faster and faster and faster. So about halfway, you should be going as fast as you can, all right? So our first exercise is going to be outside of the foot. So outside of the foot, outside of the foot, outside of the foot, outside of the foot. So you really will have to get your foot across. Good, Miguel. Just like that. So again, for about 10-15 seconds, you're going slow, and then we want to speed up, okay? Okay, as you get comfortable, you want to speed up more and more. Ready to go? And go. Okay, start speeding up. Really push yourself now. Still want to keep doing it right, but as fast as you can. And time. Good, Miguel. Yeah, that's a tough one. All right, players, so our next exercise is our L drag, okay? So we're gonna drag the ball back, and then we're gonna push it forward with the inside of our foot, all right? Then we're gonna grab it with our other foot and do the same thing, okay? So when you're dragging it back, okay, you're using the sole of your foot, and then when you're pushing it to the side, you wanna use the inside of your foot, but you wanna push the ball kind of forward diagonally, all right? So it comes back here, okay? So let's get started. Again, 30 seconds. We're gonna start slow, and then we're gonna speed up as we go. And go. Okay, as you get comfortable, speed up a little bit. And time. Good, that's a tough one. All right, our next one is gonna be a drag and slide. So you're gonna drag the ball over and then you're gonna stop it, okay? So drag and then stop. Okay, so you really wanna push that ball over as fast as you can, okay? Fast as you can, and then stop the ball. Okay, even a little bit quicker, Miguel, if you can. Good, just like that. There you go. All right, ready? And go. And time. Excellent, Miguel. Shake it out. All right, next exercise is gonna be a sole roll. So you're just rolling the ball between your feet. Again, we'll start slow and then speed up as you go. Okay, by the end, you should be going as quick as you can. Ready, Miguel? And go. Start speeding up a little bit. Five seconds. Go, 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 go. And time. Excellent work. Well done, guys. Okay, so now we've got some step overs. So we're gonna do a step over, and then we're gonna take a touch with the outside of our foot. And then we're gonna take a step over, touch. Step over, touch. And then it's one touch in between. Good, Miguel. And time starts now. Ooh. And time. Good. So with our next step over variation, we're actually not going to touch the ball at all. Okay, so we're just going to do an inside step over. Okay, just inside, just like that. All right. So you really want to use your body just like Miguel did there. Okay, to fake the defender. Okay, so really lean into it, right? And then we're going to switch sides. And time. Back. So you're actually going to drag the ball back, and then you're going to push it forward. And then you're going to drag it back, and you're going to push it forward with the inside of your foot. Okay? So we'll start with our left foot, Miguel. Again, start slow and speed up as you go. Go. Really focus on your touches. Try to keep control of the ball at all times. Okay? And speed up. And time. Okay? We're gonna switch sides, Miguel. And go. quick as you can. Focus, focus, focus. There you go. And time. Good. All right, so our last exercise is gonna be, you're gonna take an outside touch, and then an inside touch, and then you're gonna do the same thing with the other foot. Okay, Miguel, so you're gonna go outside, inside, outside, inside, outside, inside, outside, inside. There you go. Ready? Go. Let's see how fast you can go, Miguel. Keep control of the ball. Good, 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 good. Five seconds. And time. All right, players, excellent job. Okay, go ahead and grab a 2-minute water break and we'll be back. All right, players, thank you very much for joining me today. I hope you enjoyed this session. I hope it challenged you, okay? We're gonna see you guys again very soon, but until then, keep up with these exercises and thank you very much for being active, okay? Well done.
Hi everyone, welcome to Gaffers Roundtable. I'm Dave McCarthy. I'm here with Kevin Poissant and Paul Hamilton. Maybe we'll start with just what we do here at the club and then we'll get into some questions. Paul?
Hi everyone, thanks for tuning in. I'm the PDP director here at Scottish United, and I also coach the 2006 PDP boys team.
Awesome. Kev?
I'm Kevin Poissant. I'm the executive director of Scottish United Soccer Club and also serve as vice president of the Edmonton Scottish Society. If sidewalks need to be shoveled or garbages need to be emptied, I'm the man.
Awesome. So my title is I'm the director of development for the club. And in that role, obviously, it comes down to me to start the big questions here, which is, Paul, who's your favorite team and why?
And why? Okay, might be a little cliche for a little people, but Manchester United is my favorite team. Honestly, growing up, they were always the team that was being played on TV. Soccer Saturday back in the day. I know you guys are a little bit older than I am, so you probably remember Soccer Saturdays on TV.
Did you have Graham Leggett?
I remember Graham Leggett, yes I do.
Dale Barnes? Do you remember Dale Barnes?
I do. I'm old enough that I remember soccer made in Germany, so we're really dating ourselves here.
I don't know that one. That's
Go
over
on.
my head. Anyways, yeah, they were always the team on, so I was always watching them from a very young age, and Man United's my team. It's a little weird too, because Dad's born in Leeds, my mom's born in Newcastle, lifelong Leeds and Newcastle fans, and I ended up with Man United, so.
Yeah. Disappointment to the family, I'm sure.
A little bit, yes.
Definitely written out of the will, but that's okay.
It all goes.
Yep.
Kev, what about you?
Rangers FC. I support Glasgow Rangers because of my mum. My mum's from Glasgow. That was the team that she supported, despite the fact that her father supported Partick Thistle, everyone's second favorite Scottish football team. And yeah, she was the reason that I fell in love with football. She ensured that we had season tickets to the old Edmonton Drillers in the NASL. And so watched many a football match, basically sat on her knee, and if she told me I needed to support the Rangers, that's who I supported.
I love how you call it the Rangers.
Well, it is Rangers FC. Too many people call it Glasgow Rangers. Some of the people watching this will talk about when we went into administration and say that, well, we won't go into it. Andy Holt, if you're watching, this is about you. David, who's your favorite team, though?
It will be no surprise to anyone that has ever come within 1,000 feet of me that my favorite team is West Ham United. So I'm a lot like Paul in so much that I disappointed a lot of family members. My dad, Spurs supporter. My brother, my mom, Arsenal supporters. And my wife, Arsenal supporter. So
you picked the worst London team. There's a lot of London teams that you could have picked.
But I have the best reason for what. First of all, I was born in England. brought up in Essex before we immigrated to Canada. And the reason that I'm a West Ham supporter is very simple. My nan bought me my first kit. So she bought me a kit, she bought me a bag, and the rest is history. And yeah, it's been a little bit torturous, I gotta be honest, right? And God love Nate, I love you. You're my son. We're in this together.
Love it.
Right? So those are the simple reasons. But then out of that, we say, okay, these are the reasons that we have of why we love our favorite teams. But what about your favorite player, Kev? Who's your favorite player and why?
And it's not, I'm not saying this because he recently passed away. It's Diego Maradona. Most Scots will say Maradona is their second favorite player behind whomever else they support because of 86. Diminutive like me. Anyone that knows me knows I'm a wee bit vertically challenged. But he was the one player that, for me growing up, 86, I was 15, he brought me out of my seat for good and bad. I mean, most people will say that give me a hero and I'll give you a little bit of tragedy, and that was his life. Yeah, he just single-handedly could win a match. He could single-handedly break your heart, and I like a little bit of controversy.
Well,
so that's my man.
You got one there.
Definitely got it.
Paul, what about you?
Honestly, I'd have to say Nemanja Vidic.
Weird.
Weird, yeah.
So strange.
Win headers, win tackles.
That's what I modeled my game after. Yeah, that guy growing up, I mean, I wasn't a young kid when he was playing for Man United, but I was a little bit older and very influential, and he was the guy that I looked at and was like, I want to be him. Like he stepped on the field and you were like, he's going to do everything he can to win tackles, to win headers, to block shots, to do everything for his team. And that's kind of how I tried to play the game and still try to play the game, even though I'm getting a bit older, and my wife will probably tell me after a game that I need to tone it down a little bit.
Stop blocking shots with your face?
Yes, she has told me that a couple times.
Probably the best January signing in English Premier League history.
Yes, yeah.
Him and Evra. Patrice Evra, Nemanja Vidic, January signings.
Yeah, so he's my favorite player to this day.
So out of the Ferdinand and Vidic combination, you had an opportunity to take a ball-playing center half that could bring the ball out of the back, and you picked Vidic.
Yeah, honestly. The guy was an animal. He was. Yeah.
You'd go to war with him.
Yeah, 100%. Anyone else next to him would go to war with him as well. Why do you think they were so successful?
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm not sure it's someone that you want to play against.
Vidic did the dirty work.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.
Well, let me guess. Mark Noble.
Mark Noble is definitely in the top 10.
Top 10.
However, my favorite player...
Fingers crossed that he says the right thing.
Paulo Di Canio.
Yes!
Paulo Di Canio was... Like as I played the game, I was on occasion suspect to maybe the occasional yellow card here and there. So to kind of consider myself, of that kind of player that you wanted to be with, right? Like you wanted to emulate. You just would do anything. And I've never known another player that wanted to win as much as Paulo Di Canio.
But I'm going to say this. Paulo Di Canio also had a chance to score. And he won the FIFA Fair Play Award.
I remember that.
Caught a ball in midair because he didn't want to take advantage of a situation. So yes, he wanted to win, but he wanted to win the right way.
Yeah, and I still remember there was an interview done with Harry Redknapp about that exact incident, who was his manager at the time. And he said, I don't know what I wanted to do at the end of the game. Did I want to hug him or did I want to kill him?
Exactly.
So, but you're right. He wanted to win. He would do anything to win. And some of the goals, like I think he got rated as one of the top 10 all-time Premier League goals for that volley.
Oh.
And I still remember the goal that he scored. I think it was in the FA Cup against Barthez for Man United when Barthez just stopped and threw his hands in the air. And he just, that's it. I'm going.
Best training session goal in history. A Rabona volley. I don't know if you've ever seen it.
I did. It was actually
decent.
He wasn't with West Ham. He was with, I forget what team he was. Yeah, I saw that one recently.
Decent.
Yeah, it was decent. So, looking at the kind of player that we just really love, but then as we grew up in the game, we always looked at a player that we kind of saw as a little bit of a role model and a player that we kind of go, which player, has really influenced you in terms of your playing ability and you really looked up to and you kind of wanted to be like as a player? Paul?
Honestly, yeah, I'll say Vidic. And you both have seen me play recently and in the past, and that's who I emulated, or tried to at least. A person who gives everything they can on the field, will do everything they can to make a tackle, block a shot, win a header. That's what I wanted to be and how I wanted to play. And Vidic was the perfect example of that. I'd like to think I could play the ball a little bit, A little bit. But I also like to tackle and like to get stuck in and win headers, as most people.
It's funny. This is probably 4 or 5 years ago. We were down in Calgary, indoor provincials, boarded football, and Hammy took I think it was an elbow, got cut open for some stitches, comes back and plays in the final, and had a
Poor touch.
I
had a poor touch.
His second touch was going to be a tackle, but it was too close to our goal, so he couldn't tackle it. So to block the shot, he threw his head in front of it and blocked the shot with his face, stitches and all. I remember after the game, my daughter was there watching it, and she was like, I can't believe he did that. I'm like, don't tell Becca.
I ended up telling Becca, and that's one of those times where she said, what the F are you thinking?
Yeah, like most good, partners.
Yes.
Exactly.
Yeah.
I think
Exactly.
so. What about you, Kev? Did you have a player that you really looked up to?
Do you know what's funny? I'm going to go back to being really young, impressionable, and being a season ticket holder for the Edmonton Drillers in the NASL. And 2 players. One, a goalkeeper by the name of John Beretta. So for, older Edmontonians that followed the game when we had the national, the NASL, North American Soccer League going, John was a goalkeeper, and he came to my school along with some other players, and somehow I got picked out of the crowd to take a penalty. And he clearly knew which way I was going. He dove the other way and allowed me to score. And after, he picked me up and put me on his shoulder and kind of paraded me around, and I felt important. And clearly, not going to be a goalkeeper, I can't touch the crossbar, but he gave me this idea that football is not just fun, but it can enrich your life. So wherever John Beretta is these days, and I might talk to Pasquale DeLuca, who coaches here, that played with John, shout out to him for making me really doubly fall in love with the game. But there was a fellow that came into Edmonton, and everyone knew he was a world-class player. His name was Peter Nogli. And Nogli was a big player in the Bundesliga, played with West Germany on the national team before the unification of Germany. And he came in, and you could clearly see he was just a different class. And yes, we joked the other day, Hammy and the rest of us, about the NASL. There were some great players that came through the NSL. Pele, Canalia, Cruyff, Best, Hamilton, Lemire, some really good players that came through the NSL. Peter Nogli was one of those, and he came in with Edmonton, and when I watched him play, I was like, wow, this guy's fantastic. Yeah. Not that I, back in the day, was ever going to be a sweeper like he was, but I just loved how classy he was on the ball.
Yeah, I think it's really interesting to know the players that we saw growing up, and granted, being about the same age, our ability to watch games and things on TV were pretty limited. They were really limited to those big events. Like I remember we used to get an hour and a half football a week, and then there'd be 45 minutes of extended highlights from one English game and 45 minutes extended highlights from an Italian game, and that was it for the whole week. And so, and it's not like the internet existed then, so you couldn't follow along with anything. So it was usually those big events, right? And one of those big events kind of shaped me as a player, and funny enough, it's not a West Ham player. It was the 1986 World Cup, which was the real first moment that I fell in love with football. Yeah. And it was Gary Lineker. And Gary Lineker was
Poacher.
It was everything that I wanted to be, and I played a lot like him. Like, I was front player, loved to score goals. I didn't necessarily track back, those kind of things.
Ball's not to my feet.
Right, yeah, I'm not running for it. And I remember we used to have, so the kids out there won't know this, but there's a thing called VHS tapes. And
I had Beta.
Did you? Oh, there you go.
Hey,
right?
there you
well,
go.
we had VHS and we taped every game from the 86 World Cup. And I think it was England versus Poland, and we beat them 3-0. And Lineker scored a hat-trick within about 18 minutes. And it was, I watched that game probably 50 or 60 times because we didn't have all of those things on TV. So it was really, that was that first moment that I was like, wow, this is incredible, and I could do this. You know, I could, never did end up playing for England, weirdly enough, right? Being from the thriving metropolis of Saskatoon, from Saskatchewan, and the player development program there wasn't quite up to snuff. You know,
It's changed.
Yes.
It's changed. It's changed.
Yes, indeed, it has.
Shout out to Percy Hoff.
Yeah, yeah. One of my mentors growing up, you know, in the coaching world for sure. So now we talk about the player who most influenced you and some of our favorite players, but who do we think, Kev, we'll start with you. Who do you think is the best player in the world all time? So who do you think is best now, and who do you think, if it's different, who do you think is the best ever?
So I'm going to go at this question based on who is the best player in the world currently playing,
Yes.
not necessarily on form, not who's the best player today, but who's still playing.
Yes.
And I'll say Cristiano Ronaldo. I'll say that because I think there are very few players who would make an all-time 11 in England, Spain, and now Italy. Certainly in Portugal, even though his career in Portugal was limited, very few players have won in as many places as he has, and he has done it on a cold, rainy night in Stoke. I think also in terms of Euros, won with Portugal, in terms of World Cup, he gets into most World 11s. Of course, Lionel Messi is a magician, but he hasn't won with Argentina. He's got close, hasn't won. He hasn't won anywhere else aside from Barcelona, and I'd suggest without Xavi, Iniesta, Puyol, some of those players, he hasn't had the same success. Ronaldo, everywhere he's gone, he has won. Everywhere he's gone, he has scored goals. And I also look at him as a player that many people should emulate. I think he willed himself into becoming a world-class player. He's put in the work, he's put in the time, he has trained at a level that most people can't imagine, while Messi is one of those players that's touched by the hand of a football god. Not to diminish the hard work he's put in, but I think it's different than the work that Ronaldo's put in. So that's why I'd suggest today is the best player in the world, not on form, but somebody who's still playing at the highest level. And in terms of all time, as I intimated before, I think Maradona, what he was able to do with Argentina, with a limited group around him, what he's able to do in Napoli, on the field, not off the field. Nobody could have won a Scudetto with those players around him. And the refereeing in those days was very different than it is now.
True.
He probably would have drawn 20 fouls a game every game. And with that wand to the left foot, he probably would have scored how many more off of dead balls. I can't imagine a player that could have accomplished what he did at that moment in time. And I was able to watch him. I wasn't able to watch Pelé. Cruyff, I saw a little bit in the NASL. I saw him live, to be honest. But for me, it's Maradona.
Yeah. Paul, what about you?
I might go in a different direction than Kev.
Vidic.
Not quite.
Maldini.
He's in there for a shout, but the best player on form right now in the past, say, 12 months, I'd probably say Lewandowski. I think he's going to win the Ballon d'Or this year. The guy scores buckets of goals for Bayern Munich, who is arguably the best team in the world right now.
Might be inarguably, to be honest, based on champions. Yeah.
They won the Champions League last year.
Yep.
Yeah.
They're looking poised to do something again. So I'd probably say him. I think he's the best player in the world right now. Not to say Messi and Ronaldo aren't in for a shout as well, but I think he right now is the best player in the world. Those two are, Messi and Ronaldo, are obviously in the argument for
Everything.
like most recently
Yes.
for everything, yeah.
Absolutely.
But right now, Lewandowski.
What about all time?
It's tough for me. I didn't grow up in the era watching Maradona, Pelé, way before my time.
Who he probably should have been able to watch was Zinedine Zidane.
Yeah.
He was a magician as well with the ball at his feet. He did some special things. Yeah, I don't know if I have an answer for this one. It's Messi or Ronaldo, and I can't differentiate between the two. They both do different things. I mean, they both will their teams to win and can score goals on command, but I don't know if I can pick pick between them. It's too close. They're both so good.
Yeah.
They both have changed the game.
Absolutely changed the game.
True. Yeah.
But like you said, Messi is just one of those once-in-a-lifetime gifts that is just, yes, like you said, he's worked hard, but he just is natural with the ball. And I think Ronaldo, you can see Instagram videos and workout videos and all the stuff.
Hyperbaric chambers.
Yes, he has just taken the lifestyle to a different level.
Yeah,
he
true.
Eat, sleeps, and breathes and works out as a footballer. Not to say Messi doesn't, but Ronaldo at 30, whatever he is now, is an animal. He's a machine. It doesn't look like, Ronaldo.
He's almost 35.
He doesn't look like he's slowing down.
No, it doesn't. No, you're right. He
So
scores goals for fun, you know?
Yeah. All time, I don't know. I don't really have an answer. Yeah.
Yeah.
Declan Rice for today for you, eh?
Declan Rice. He's a banger. But not good enough to leave West Ham, let's be fair. Right? So I think, I can't get by the Ronaldo, Messi current structure for now. And I would say Messi. And the reason I say Messi is just I see him do things that I just don't see another human being doing. Like some of the goals that he's scored, and much like with the argument going the other way, it's not to diminish what Ronaldo does, because Ronaldo is incredible. I don't know that you can get out. I think Lewandowski's, in terms of pure finishers, like his ability to score goals, and he is a physical specimen like that. He is put together, right? And I'm sure being a defender has influenced you, because you're like, that's probably a guy maybe I don't want to go up against, right?
Definitely would not want to.
Right? But in terms of Messi's ability with the ball and his ability to make other players around him that much better, and you look at Xavi and Iniesta and that group of players they had, which when you look back on
Greatest team in history.
Yeah,
By
unbelievable,
far,
right? And where would I go? I'm going to go a little bit left field, and it might be a little bit of a homer pick, but and I never saw him play, but just his influence in the game and the fact that they only ever won one World Cup.
Bobby Moore.
Right.
I knew it.
Right? But he
He couldn't help himself.
But an unbelievable, when you see him play, he was the epitome of a total footballer. He was maybe one of those very first center halves that could handle the ball, that could bring the ball up. And it looked like he was in slow motion when he moved with the ball. He would just glide down the pitch. And he's just, I don't know that it's a coincidence that, that England's not won since, because we've never had another player like that. Everyone wants to always compare the next major center half like a Ferdinand, to he's going to be the next.
You mean Harry Maguire is not that person?
I was not gonna mention Harry Maguire.
No, they shouldn't be mentioned in the same breath.
Yeah.
I was going to ask you though.
Yeah.
Was Jeff Hurst's goal in or not?
Oh, 100% in. There is absolutely zero question, and there was no VAR needed for that.
VAR says goal.
No VAR. Yeah, it was definitely a goal. Okay. Yeah, and no small coincidence of the number of West Ham players that were in that '66 World Cup winning team, right?
And clearly they need to do the same if they're going to win another one.
Let's see. We got Declan Rice and
Declan Rice.
Yeah, I don't know. Then we got another one. So I don't know that.
But is Calvin Phillips better than Declan Rice?
Yes.
Yes.
No chance.
By far.
By far. Come on, behave.
He is.
More mobile, better range of passing. Defensively, breaks up more. Calvin Phillips. You heard it here.
Calvin Phillips over Declan Rice.
And that's not just because his father supports Leeds. It's because it's the truth.
Yeah. Yeah, you certainly could take a grain of salt from the fact that there's two Man United supporters going against one West Ham supporter. You could do that if you want,
Man United hates Leeds. I should not be.
You come from a Leeds background, though.
It's true, but.
And someone told me the other day, I think it was you, Leeds has now turned into everyone's favorite second team. I don't have a favorite second team.
But you know why, though? Bielsa.
Bielsa.
Yeah, Bielsa is.
That's why.
It's unbelievable.
Yeah.
Right, but then we always forget about the recent, what's happening now, and you got to know your history, right? So everyone looks at Leeds and they go, oh yeah, it's like everyone that supports Man City now. Oh yeah, they're this great team. Well, you don't have to look that far back in the history books to know that they were in the second tier of English football for a long time. And they used to be a yo-yo club.
However, Leeds under Don Revie, everyone,
European champions.
Please watch the movie
The Damned
United.
Yeah.
Quality. Damned
Great
United.
movie.
That's my Netflix pick of the week.
We have to get a sponsor for that one.
We should get a sponsor for that one.
It's a great
Damn
movie.
United.
I don't know if it's on Netflix.
I don't know. It was.
Don't know.
Spend the $5.99 on Amazon. Rent it. Do it.
Okay, I guess the next question is, Hammy, what manager, either past or present, most represents your current coaching style? So first of all, how would you define your coaching style?
My coaching style. I'm not going to say compared to you two, but next to you two. I'm a relatively newer coach. You guys have been coaching for a little bit longer than I have.
I think he just called us old.
That was a nice way of saying
Yeah,
that.
you know what? Euphemistically, we're
Yeah.
old. Thanks.
Yeah, nice way of saying it. I chose the nice way, Dave. You just tried to be more blunt than myself,
wrong with
and
that frankness.
maybe that comes with age or.
Experience.
Confidence.
I think you mean the
Confidence.
word experience.
Gotcha.
Just take age for experience.
Okay, I'll try to use that one next time. I'd like to say I have a calm demeanor, and I feel like most people that know me, that's just my everyday demeanor in life. So I try to emulate that or keep that going on the field. I don't want to be out there rallying my players up when it's unnecessary. It's hard to. That's a hard question. A lot of managers, I feel like you only see kind of what they want you to see. I mean, in the game is a little bit different when they are out on the touchline yelling and screaming and things like that. But from what I've read and seen, I'd say this might be just a cliche based on my previous answers to some questions in the Gaffers Roundtable, but Sir Alex. Honestly,
But he's the hairdryer guy.
Yeah.
He's the one that goes in the dressing room and throws a boot at David Beckham's head.
Okay, maybe not that though, but I've
Not the part.
Not that part.
I've never kicked a boot at one of my players, but just his man management style. Just he was able to get the best out of a lot of his players that you wouldn't think you could get the best out of, and maybe not like the best out of them, but just the guy put together some unbelievable teams.
Yeah.
Think about that team that beat West Ham, or not West Ham.
They did beat West Ham.
They beat another London club, Arsenal, 8-2. Like the team that he had playing that day, it was like he had 8 defenders playing plus Rooney and like Tevez up front, and we beat Arsenal 8-2 or something like that. That was just, I don't know.
So apparently he only ever recommended one player to Jose Mourinho.
Who was that? I can't remember.
I read that not long ago.
Dele Alli.
Yes.
It was from
right.
episode 1 of
That
The
is
Tottenham
right.
All or Nothing.
Tottenham. Yeah,
Yeah, that's right.
on Prime. Yeah.
When he
I
was
do-
with MK Dons.
Was it? Is that?
Yeah,
Dele Alli with
he
MK
was
Dons.
before
Yeah.
Tottenham. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, interesting.
That is very interesting.
Yeah, but then
Don't know if I can see it, but
Sir Alex is the legend, you know, the myth, the urban, the legend, everything that goes with it. And he didn't get every decision right.
No.
Like there were some things that didn't necessarily. I think you can't mention Sir Alex without mentioning David Moyes, right? Like that clearly didn't work out. Like that was his choice. But some of the things that he did, and some of the players he identified, like say Cristiano Ronaldo, from an early age, and getting some of those deals done was incredible. And you're right, the connection to, and what I got most from Sir Alex is how he would have the players' backs. Like he was, even though I wouldn't term him as a players manager, I would certainly term him as someone that would support the players in terms of their vision and their guidance.
it was hard to go against anything he did as a manager with his players because of how successful. You can't fault him for that. They were so successful during those 80s, 90s, early 2000s.
Oh, they were like I remember a quote was attributed to him. He said he could tell that they were going to win based on how he would look at his opponent before they even walked into the tunnel, because he could already see it. He could see that they were beaten when their bus arrived to the stadium, and that's the kind of influence that he had on the game.
Fergie time.
Yeah. Kev, what about you?
I'm going to go outside of football. I'm going to basketball and 2 coaches. So I read things. And John Wooden and Steve Kerr. So John Wooden was one of probably the most influential coaches around North America. He was very principle-based. He looked at creating standards, and he believed in his players. And Steve Kerr, through Greg Popovich, is very similar. Steve Kerr's goal is to become redundant where he's not needed, to the point that he wasn't needed in the NBA playoffs. He had hurt his back, and he felt that if he wasn't at 100% physically, he couldn't be emotionally or mentally, and he trusted his players and assistant coaches to take care of things. Not that he was completely disconnected. Certainly he would help from afar, but his goal was to be redundant. And Steve Kerr, like Popovich, who he played for, cared more about the person than the player. It was less about tactics and more about relationships. And that's what I hope when I work with teams, is they know that I care about them as human beings more than can you score goals, can you stop goals from being scored. It's more about who they are as a human being. And I think Steve Kerr, in terms of modern coaches, emulates that perhaps better than anyone. People have certainly seen the clips of him and his interactions with Steph Curry. And those are the things that I pick up on more than the X's and O's of the game. It's about how can I ensure that players love the game, and how can I ensure that players care about themselves and their teammates.
Yeah, I think it's really interesting that you picked two, maybe people wouldn't pick out in coach, but in terms of two people who are well known for their leadership. And I could totally see that coming from you in terms of the leadership that you show for our club, and the players that I see that you're working with. And John Wooden was, I think you'd term him that real first leadership guru. And people like John Maxwell, who is probably one of the most world-renowned leadership experts, that John Wooden was his mentor, right? And those are the interesting things about it, is that often in our game or in any sport, we say, okay, we're coaches and we do this, but ultimately we're leaders and we're leadership, and we're trying to, I know for us, we're trying to lead young people through that. So I think those are really interesting examples.
Yeah, his pyramid, John Wooden's pyramid, has been influential in my thinking. I wish I could be, I could execute more on some of the ideas that I've taken from reading about his thoughts, but I think it's important that as coaches of young players, not all the players that we work with are going to reach a world-class level, but they're all going to be members of our community. They're going potentially to be parents themselves, and if what we can do is engender in them some self-belief and love of sport and love of community relations, all that kind of stuff, that to me is more important.
Yeah, I think this is a great example. Yeah, for sure. Okay, I'm going to pick someone out, not necessarily a left field choice.
David Moyes.
I don't like to use that kind of language.
Slaven Bilic.
FYI, not a big fan of our current manager. But anyways, it's someone not necessarily on the technical or tactical side, but on his ability to connect with players and his ability to manage, in his case, which was Sir Bobby Robson. And I thought he was such an incredible, the 1990 World Cup for me, being an England fan, is still, except for the end, that, sorry Mum about your globe, but that's what happens in a penalty shootout. So she may not have forgiven me still for that, but that's when I was young and foolish. But in terms of his ability to lead, and he had with him perhaps in the top 3 of all-time most difficult players in the history of football, which is Paul Gascoigne. And you could see the impact that he has, and many of us have read autobiographies and things about their relationship. But one of the interesting things is that in Sir Bobby Robson's last public appearance, and they had, I think it was a little bit of some of those old players come out, and Gazza was just in tears because he was everything to him. And he was everything to so many people, because I like to think as a coach, my ability is to connect with players. My ability is to get players on side. My ability is to help players understand exactly why we're doing what we're doing, and that we're kind of all in this together and we're working towards a common goal. And for me, Sir Bobby Robson was, without question, one of the greatest in that way. And you talk about, I know previously we talked about Netflix shout-outs. I would certainly encourage you to watch Sir Bobby Robson's Netflix documentary. I think it's remarkable. Absolutely. And how many of the biggest players in the world he got started, right? I think it was incredible.
He did, and coaches too, didn't he? Didn't he coach?
Well, who is his translator?
Yeah, Jose Mourinho.
Jose Mourinho.
Yeah.
And Jose Mourinho attributes so much of that,
Yeah.
right?
The interesting thing about a guy like Robson is, as a teacher, don't judge my ability on the highest achieving student. Judge my ability on the student that struggles.
Yes.
And of course, Paul Gascoigne was supremely talented, not unlike a Maradona, just blessed with certain gifts. But the fact that, Robson could get the best out of him, despite all of the challenges around Gascoigne's personal life, that to me demonstrates his ability to lead. That you can get the best out of those people that have their own personal demons or their own social challenges. I think that speaks volumes about him.
Yeah, I completely agree. Kind of moving on. So, and talking about general, like the game as a big picture, and we say, starting to think about the game and its evolution and all those types of things. So, Kev, what would you say, like, what have you seen? As Paul has so nicely pointed out, that you and I have so much more experience in life than he does, right?
Experience,
thank
right?
you.
That's what we're using.
It's a nice way to-
Okay. Like in the last 10 years, what do you think's changed the most in the game?
I honestly think it's the focus out of possession. Teams quite clearly are coached and well rehearsed on how they respond when they're out of possession. So some teams will defend very high up the field. They have a high press. Other teams are coached to drop into a low block. But for me, it's in the last 10 years, it's that focus on out of possession. How do we respond?
Right.
It's my observation.
Paul, what do you think?
In the last 10 years, so I probably started my coaching journey 10 years ago. Yeah, roughly around then, more or less. I've seen a definite shift, especially in our club, I feel like, trying to develop the whole player first rather than the team. Like the results will come, the score lines will come, the trophies will come, but let's develop the player from the grassroots age, because my son now plays in the grassroots, and I see how the grassroots program starts to now I'm coaching in the high performance stream to I've seen Kevin's girls at the under 19 age group now. Just the development of the whole player, starting from, like I said, grassroots to under 19 to then we have our men's and women's programs that are there as well. I would say that's probably just the biggest shift that I've seen in the last 10 years. Just the development of the whole player, not worrying about the results. Let those come later in the player's career, but let's just try to develop the whole player so that they learn the game, learn how to play it at a young age, and that'll service them throughout their career.
Yeah, and I guess interestingly, we talk about, it's hard not to reference when we're talking about the evolution of the game over the last 10 years, is to talk about style and to talk about, systems of play and all those things. And every technician, loves to, I know we used to, sit around a Boston Pizza and get the salt and pepper shakers out, and and we're, hey, waiter, we're going to need some more salt and pepper shakers. I don't have a left back or a striker, right? So, but like, how do you think our club's doing in terms of what kind of drives our club, and in terms of, you're touching on multiple age groups, right? With grassroots up through the high performance streams, in terms of the style of play and the kind of things that maybe either match the trends that we're seeing on a global scale and maybe in some ways don't.
Yeah, that's a good question. Honestly, I like the way that shaped how I'm coaching and trying to develop players in our game is the way that I've been coached the last maybe 10 years of my playing career, I guess you could say. Yeah. My last couple of years of playing as a professional, and then everything after that. That's kind of how I've shaped trying to coach the next generation. Right. I feel like I've had a decent upbringing in the game of soccer with coaches that I've been blessed to play under, and everything has been pushed towards develop the player first, and like Kev alluded to, develop the player on the field but also off the field. If they're a good person, if they've been taught some good values through sport, it'll connect to them and follow them through their whole lives. So I feel like that's how definitely Scottish. That's the way we're going. Yeah.
Yeah, Kev, what do you think on that?
Yeah, to echo what Paul has just said is we want to focus on, in our club, kind of the holistic development of a player rather than chasing an outcome. And I think that's a trend within the youth soccer community, is understanding that what is required to win games, win medals, win trophies at under 11 doesn't necessarily translate to those players kicking on at 15, 16, 17 into the high performance stream. When we look at our nation on the world football stage, we can see that an evolution is required, and I'm happy that our National Association is going through that revolution itself. Yeah. They're changing the curriculum on the coach education side of things. They're understanding that there's a need in all the 4 pillars. They're being progressive, and they're educating themselves through the best practices of multiple national associations, trying to create something that is specific to the Canadian soccer cultural context. So I'm happy that's happening, because we certainly have the athletes, we have infrastructure, we have incredible volunteers, we have all those things across our country. Now how can we bring those together to create the best possible player development experience?
Yeah, and I just want to pick on something that you talked about, which is fascinating for me. Is I'm in a fairly unique position in terms of I'm currently in possession, or soon to be in possession, of every single coaching course that the country has to offer. So I took my what was then community coach child, and now the active start, all the way up to my A license, and then the National Children's license last year, and then we're also enrolled in the youth license this year. And I could speak directly to a point that you made, which is the change in culture in terms of how we're being led and how we're being educated at a much bigger on a much bigger scale. And I can definitely tell you that it's pretty incredible to see the change in the coach education system from our national sport body in terms of the Canadian Soccer Association, because I think that's incredible to see that growth and to see how that evolution has changed. And I'm certainly excited, as I know anyone who's been on a recent course is, to go that journey. So
yeah, definitely.
The one thing that I'm surprised that neither of you talked about, which is one of the big things that I've seen, obviously, is our obsession to get everything right from a rule standpoint. And that can't come into play without talking about technology in the game. Right? The technology and the obsession behind every single decision. So I know Kev recently asked me the question about 1966 and whether that goal went over the line. Now, I think one of the most fascinating things is that we get to still have that conversation. Yep. And I think that's a beautiful part of that game. And now we're trying to take that out. And I still remember, I think he played for Man United at the time. I think it was Tottenham versus Man United. Remember Roy Carroll? Do you remember that?
Oh, terrible goalkeeper.
Right?
But anyway.
So they shot it, I think Spurs shot it from about half. And it went right through his hands. And landed like 2 feet
yards
behind
over
the line. Like everyone in the stadium could see it. And he scooped back and swept the ball out.
But the linesman was the
linesman
30-yard
was clearly
line.
not fit. Yeah. Right? So he was about 40 yards behind the play. And he totally missed it. And the ball must have been 2 feet over the line. But I think that's, the expression in English is you're stopping the conversation in the pubs that happen at night. So technology in the game has certainly been something that we've certainly seen change. So, to kind of build upon that as well, let's talk about, okay, we gotta hold on a second. Okay, so let's talk about rule changes. Okay, so let's talk about if you had a magic wand, you could say, I can make this one rule change in world football tomorrow. What would it be? And you can't reference VAR. Who wants in?
I'll jump in. I think Arsene Wenger, who's now working with FIFA, can't remember the name of the committee that he chairs, but he's certainly involved. He came out with some unique ideas in terms of changing the rules. For me, he talked about eliminating throw-ins, interesting idea. It's the offside rule. I really think it should be daylight. I think that if there's no daylight between the attacker and the defender, it's onside. I think that would get rid of some of the issues that we're seeing where it's literally a shoelace.
Would you go back to the old offside law?
I might be a bridge too far. Football changed for the better when we eliminated the pass back, where there were competitions that were defined by the ability just to play back to a keeper and pick it back up.
Thank you, Italian 90.
Yeah, and I think by changing the offside rule, we're going to see more goals. And let's be frank, that's what we want to see. Of course, coaches and managers will find ways to deal with that, but by going to a daylight rule for offside, I think it would be a progressive move.
Yeah, definitely. There would definitely be a lot more goals.
Yeah. Paul, you got your magic wand? Make any rule change you want? What would it be?
I don't know. That's tough.
Only heading allowed?
Yeah, that's the match today against Arsenal versus Wolves. The concussion rule. I've had concussions in the past from heading, either hitting someone else's head or the ball. Having an extra sub for a person with a concussion, like hockey, you've seen has gone that way, right? They have a spotter in the stands where someone looks like they've had a hit where they need to be taken out of the game and checked. They do that. I don't think that happens enough in soccer, and we have a coach in our club, Carly, who career ended because of concussions. Yeah. I know I've had a couple in the past. Definitely something needs to be done with that. Whether that's an extra sub for...
Arsenal would have taken off David Luiz.
Yeah.
Had they known they had an extra sub, for sure they would have. They took him off at halftime.
Wasn't it a number of years ago that Spurs were heavily criticized because wasn't it Lloris? Like I think he picked up. I think it was him that picked up a head injury,
yes,
and they didn't sub him off.
No.
Yeah.
Right, because they didn't want to lose that player. Right, because teams are being put in a situation almost in a no-win situation.
Yeah.
Right? So
with an important
player health.
Yeah, exactly.
For sure.
Right. So
what do you
about
think?
the sin bin?
It's interesting. Rugby went that way, didn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. I don't know. Like it's anytime we talk rule changes, I think the game is so amazing. It's so beautiful and so wonderful. Like even when they brought in last year, they brought in the 5 substitution rule, in the Premier League, which I thought was I was against because I'm pretty much against any change. You ask my wife, I'm not so good with change, right? So, but I thought that was a great. I thought that was a great way to do it. And then I was surprised that the Premier League went away from that. I believe the Champions League has it, correct?
Yes, they do.
Yeah, but I would like the idea to have a little bit more flexibility in terms of player personnel, and I think it also affords the opportunity. We're always talking about young players and development and giving opportunities. Then how much more opportunity would there be for young players, say some of the under 23 squads and things like that, maybe to get a few minutes like that? Some of them, that could be the highlight of their life, and that could be like if they're playing for a Liverpool or a Man United or a Chelsea
or West Ham.
Yeah, but our players are probably getting in there more than...
Fair enough.
So, but like to get 5 or 10 minutes on the pitch, and their careers are so short, so I think that would be a great way to go. But yeah, that would be the one that I would really look at. So in terms of the evolution of the game, now in Canada, the old joke was that everyone's a midfielder. You say, hey, what position do you play? Everyone wants to play midfield. What do you think is the most challenging position to find players for, and why do you think that is?
I honestly think it's center back.
Yeah.
Or a defensive midfielder, someone that does the dirty work that doesn't get a lot of credit.
Do you think that's why? Just because there seems to be less glory or
way less glory?
Yeah.
Well, not way less glory. You can always have a good game and be recognized, but like not a lot of kids at a young age want to defend. They don't want to like put the work in to defend and do the dirty work, tackle, make runs back, make track back with runners, things like that, especially defensive midfielders. Defensive midfielders expect to, get back as well, but also support the attack. So I think those are probably the positions that are less desirable for kids. And, there are some kids that, they're built for that. They love it and they want to be there. But if you don't have that person in your team, it's probably going to be a hard you're going to be put in a hard place to try to find someone
True.
to do that job.
Kev?
I'm going off the grid here. I know that's odd. Is the player on the bench? For me, that's a position. We have 11 players on the park if it's the big game. In the wintertime, it's 7 or 8 or 9 aside. Not everyone can be on the field.
Right.
And I do look at players on the sideline as occupying a position. And how do they respond on the sideline? We as a club, I hope, do a fairly good job at providing equitable playing opportunities for players. Nonetheless, somebody has to be on the touchline. Somebody has to be on the bench. And how do they support their teammates?
Yeah.
Are they an active participant on the side in terms of watching the game? Not just cheering, but maybe seeing what the opponent's doing. So when their name is called and they go onto the field, they can have some success.
Yeah, the players can definitely learn a lot when they're sitting on the sideline
It's
watching.
a learning opportunity.
Yeah,
This is
definitely.
coach's perspective. We also often talk about
Yeah.
players that are sitting on the bench. Go watch the player in your position.
Yeah.
See what you can learn.
And
Right?
see who you're playing against.
Yeah.
Yeah, and the pandemic has had untold challenges, including for the parent. Mothers and fathers want desperately to be able to watch their kids train and play, and COVID-19 has thrown a wrench in those spokes. But pre-pandemic and hopefully post-pandemic, when the parents come to the pitch, can they see that when the child is on the sideline, that's not necessarily negative, that they shouldn't look upon their child being off the park as some sort of a mark against them. For us, irrespective of whether it's the most developed player, the least developed players, the root word of players play. And so I desperately want our teams to have kids always getting chances to play. And when they're on the sideline, that's not negative. It's, hey, I'm here to learn, I'm here to support,
Yeah.
I'm here to be a good teammate. Because, hey, that's another thing we hope our kids can learn from team sport, is to be supportive and be good friends.
Yeah, I think that's a really interesting perspective. Yeah.
David, you? Don't say
it's-
goalkeeper. Steve Parsonage will be very happy if you say goalkeeper.
As will your son.
That's exactly where I'm going.
Yeah.
Because I'm like, now I'm in a little bit of a unique situation in terms of one of the teams that I coach, a 2011 boys team, we have a number of players with an interest in goalkeepers, but I believe that's more the exception than anything. And so many of our teams are struggling to find goalkeepers. And funny enough, 2 out of the 3 of us have sons that want to be goalkeepers. And
Max, no.
No.
Max is a little young yet, right?
Yeah, he is.
So, but it was funny because I remember when my son first started to want to take an interest in goalkeepers. And, you can look at this and say, okay, well, this is a negative thing or something that I said. And I said to him, no, you're not going to be a goalkeeper. There's no way you're going to be a goalkeeper. And I don't know where that came from. And I think in the back of my mind, it was like, you're going to be a striker just like your old dad was. You're going to wear the number 9, you're going to run, you're going to score goals. And then partway through this journey, I saw how much he enjoyed this experience. And he loved this position. And he just loved being a part of that, and he loved the opportunity. And yeah, part of it was putting the gloves on and the jersey on. That's a big part of it. But then I saw the expression that he had and his ability to become even a better version of himself as a player. And he's a decent outfield player, but he comes alive when he goes in net, and he loves it. And then I got to thinking, I'm asking him to live my experience instead of allowing him to choose the path that he wants.
Yeah.
And I think often as a goalkeeper, that becomes a difficult conversation, because parents are like, I don't want the child to go in net, because then people are looking at my child if they make a mistake, because ultimately, I played striker, I make a mistake, I miss 5 chances in a game, and I score a scrappy one in the 90th minute, and people are like,
You're
hey,
the
great
hero.
goal, Dave, good job.
Yeah.
Goalkeeper makes 5 amazing saves and lets
That's
one
one
ricket
howler,
in,
yeah.
and people come out. So I think we need more support. Like, we have an amazing goalkeeper coach at our club. Steve does a great job with all of our goalkeepers, and I've not met a stronger advocate for goalkeepers than Steve.
No,
right?
no.
So,
Agreed.
like, you can't even have a conversation with the man without goalkeeping coming up.
That's very true.
Let's call him an advocate.
Yeah,
He's an advocate for goalkeepers.
I think that may be his new title.
Yes.
Right.
chief goalkeeper advocate.
Chief goalkeeper. But I think it's really interesting now to see how many goalkeepers, because I know that when I first started coaching, it's the position that we'll highlight often as an area that we need to strengthen, and as coaches, it's often the area that we spend the least amount of time on.
Agreed.
Yeah.
Agreed.
So that's all that we got for today's episode, for the Gaffers Roundtable.
It's been fun.
Episode
It's
1.
great. It's been great.
And we hope you enjoyed it as much as we enjoyed bringing it to you. And we certainly look forward to bringing you some more soon.
Excellent. Thanks, Dave.
Thanks, guys.
Thanks,
Paul.
guys.